Hi, this is Paolo. This is day 2 of Slow Tea 101. So today I will tell you a little bit more about water and we're also going to try a different tea. So the tea for today is called Ethereal. And this is a younger Shanghai 2016. So it comes both in a cake and also in a triangle. And this is how your sample pack will look like. Again, I'm going to take about 5 grams. So if the sample pack is 25 grams, so you're going to take about a fifth. This is an example of how the cake looks like inside. It's got pretty strong smells. So I'm going to put about 5 grams. I think this chunk is maybe about 4. So this chunk and a little bit more leaves. I'm going to break the big chunk up a little bit. So yeah, something like that. Now this tea is younger, therefore we will start to steep it at about 90 degrees. Now I've already boiled this kitchen kettle to 100, so in order to lower the temperature, what I can do is simply to put it in my pitcher first. So assuming the pitcher was cold, which it was, this will remove about 10 degrees of temperature. So that's an easy way to remove some heat from water first. Put it in the pitcher first and then I put it in the gaiwan. Unlike yesterday, this tea is not very compressed at all, and it's also new and it's also clean from pesticides. Therefore, we can drink the very first tea, and also it's gonna be quite fast because the tea is already quite open. So 15 seconds is enough. Yeah, so this kind of tea will look about this kind of color. Because this tea is younger, the color is lighter. Yeah, nice, strong, powerful. This is very, very good tea. These in the 80s show are the two best teas in this set. I mean, they're all very good in different ways. This one is quite young, so the energy is going to be a little bit higher. While yesterday's tea was kind of semi-aged, so the energy will be a little bit more neutral. Okay, so yesterday I was using a flask. So I boiled this to 100 degrees first. The only disadvantage of a flask is that at the end, after you open it a lot, is not going to be 100. While if you have an electric kettle on your side, you can reboil it whenever you need. So for a younger tea, we will start at 90 degrees for the first 3 steeps. And again, for this one, because it's not so compressed, we can use about 20 seconds as a steeping time to start. And later we will increase to maybe 30 or 40. Again, same thing, if it starts to get too weak, you can just brew it hotter. And also after the first 3 steeps, you will brew it at 100 degrees again. Again, I would normally drink this, but I won't because I'm just demonstrating. So I overfilled the gaiwan. In this case, you can see that the water is there. This is not ideal because it makes it a bit hotter to handle. I can do it, but try to not overfill the gaiwan, it's just easier. It can otherwise get quite a bit hot. This is a lighter tea than yesterday, so the water that you use will be more important. Now, in the UK, tap water often has a little bit too strong of a chlorine flavor, so I generally do not suggest using tap water. I also don't suggest using plastic kettle if possible. So there are a few things you can do. You can either get some bottled water. Highland Spring is great, or you can get some kind of filter. Now, a Brita filter might not be enough, but it's still better than nothing. These people call invigorated water. They do a filter that both filters and remineralizes the water, and it makes pretty good water. And yeah, so I think something you want to take a look at, particularly for this very younger teas, is whether you can still perceive any chlorine taste. If you do, that's not very pleasant, but it's not the end of the world. Everything can be okay. You can also go and pick up water at the spring. Just be mindful that in some part of the country is very, very chalky, so it's going to make quite a lot of scale. Again, not the end of the world. And this tea has a very strong connection to water, hence why we're drinking it today. But yeah, that was your day 2 class. So as usual, you're gonna brew this for a few times, maybe 10, 12, until there's no more of it. Okay, see you tomorrow.